scenarios where I just can't be quiet on something like this. This person, Aquaman DC, mainly known as JaySpark, has the nerve to bash me every chance he gets. Has the nerve to disrespect people and put my name on the line to distract people off of him. I'm not gonna bash him, but I'm gonna put things in the words of a witness of mine named Nudeli. She says, after talking to him since December 21st, Spy, the overall way to describe him, that he is an obvious manipulative person, to the point where he is extremely difficult to talk to. Things that topped it off would be that he turns all the implies into literals, making it very easy for me to be correct so I could feel like an idiot. And the worst part, whenever I finally have the courage to step up and prove him wrong, he's ready to back off and say I don't care, and tries to flip back to the original conversation that started the argument. That's not even half of his mistakes as a person. I'm not saying this to him directly because I try not to be a disrespectful person, but he for some reason keeps assuming towards me, but calling me out if it's vice versa. For some reason, he keeps bringing you up in a conversation in the image of a bad person every chance he gets. Remember, I just said that. For some reason, he is super quick in trying to intimidate me by saying excuse me if I say something too much for him, but at the same time, does not hesitate to talk to me like I'm a third grader. I don't want to give you an essay to read, Spy, but just know that there's a 3-page Google Doc about all of JaySpark slash Aquaman DC's errors. To explain things in one sentence, in the nicest way possible, he deserves to be reincarnated. So, this is Nudeli as a witness. Flat out witness. Simple as that. That's all she had to say about JaySpark. Well, not all, but that's the most that she could say making without taking up the entire Discord page. So let's start with the exaggerations. Like I said before, like I've been trying to say, every time he talks to me or says something about me, it's either an exaggeration or a flat out lie. So first screenshot we have here is he called me and he bribed. Not a fan of how he presented himself, because he uses a voice changer to talk to kids. Off the bat, something like that, you can already tell it's an exaggeration. No, I don't use a voice changer to talk to kids. That's a little creepy, don't you think? I use a voice changer when it comes to playing games that are for the younger ages. Like Minecraft. It's more of a rated 10 and over game. That's something that I wouldn't be uncomfortable using a voice changer for. Well, and mainly console. And the next one we have is he told me he's 27 and tried to buy Marvelcraft. No, I did not try to buy Marvelcraft. I did not try to buy your server. That's a flat out lie. And think about me being 27? That's an exaggeration. I'm obviously much younger than that, but you can't just go out and tell people that I claim to be much older. So, in the next training, this is where they first started talking, December 21st, when Nudeli applied for staff. So, he tried to get information on the history between me and Nudeli. Our simple history is that we've played on a survival server since 2015, and then we encountered each other on the server that I used to own. So here he exaggerates, saying that I'm like a sibling to her, whatever. Then this sort of things get a little big. He says, I have Dora's reputation in the community. I say his name and everyone hates me if I say I know him. Not enough people know me for that to even be the case. I have seen the shit Spy has said to people. I'm not disliking him off of rumors. Bullcrap. I joined the server and he was disrespectful to a player for being Muslim. I told Spy to leave him alone. And Spy banned me and that player. I hate racist people. I've never been racist to someone. And that's the complete truth. Especially over a game, there's no point to it. I'm willing to admit to playful hate speech when I'm talking to my friends that I know won't take it too seriously. But I have not been racist to a random player. No, that's a no. And let me pull back up that screenshot. This is his name MC profile. And as you can see, the name I highlighted is Damon Salvatore. And this is the only username I remember him by. And this is one of the inactive players of the server that he's referring to. He hasn't played the server long enough to even witness a scene like that. So, lies. So, like I said before, he keeps bringing me up whenever he's talking to Nudeli for some reason. I don't know why, but every chance he gets, there's some sort of remark towards me that he needs to put there. So, Nudeli, it looks like Nudeli asks him, has Spy ever done anything bad to you? Not say anything or do something bad to someone you know. Has he specifically done anything that has harmed you? He tried to say yes, which would have been a lie, but then he turned around and said, well, actually, no. Why? So first he says, at this point he says, you think you're above me because I applied. Remember, Nudeli said he turns the implies into literals. I guess that means in the normal English language, if you can identify that as, if the average human being would identify that as you implying something, he turns it into something literal to manipulate you and make you feel dumb, like Nudeli said. This is exactly what Nudeli said. So, Nudeli said, well, first Jay says, you think you're above me because I applied. Then Nudeli says, that's the second time you've assumed something. I'm asking, not assuming, Jay says. That second time you've shown you can't read. Now we're being disrespectful. Yay. Then he tried to say there's a question mark at the end of. So, Jay, I don't know if you have common sense or not, but if you do, you're not the only one who has common sense. When you're texting someone, most of the time, unless you're texting Einstein, you can't always say that the question mark means that they're asking a question. Sometimes it can be sarcasm. Sometimes it can be a remark. A sentence can mean anything nowadays when you text someone a certain way. So right over here he said that second time, you think you're above me because I applied. So, And then he turns around here in the next screenshot and says, I let my staff be above me always. Okay. Then he tells Nudeli to please grow up. Then there's a huge compilation of crap. He keeps calling Nudeli a liar, and he isn't investigating how she's a liar. Basically says that she can't read. Then then slams on her for not knowing what LIT means. For not knowing that LIT could mean literally. Remember how I just said that a sentence in texting can mean anything nowadays? Boy. And Nudeli also mentioned on the sideline that she actually said this in the message. Whenever she has the courage to defend herself, like whenever she's literally proving her points and all that, that's when Jay wants to back off and stop talking. And that's what you can see in these last few screenshots. And the thing that I personally hated that before he told Nudeli, I admire honesty and trust. But at the same time, he wants Nudeli to go out her way and code a plugin for him without trusting her to be hired as developer first. That's not how something full of effort like that should work. So, he's playing the role of a pig so far. So there was a scenario where I told him good luck on his server. This was a few days ago, I believe. And he told Nudeli, Spy told me good luck with the server. Well, wait, first before I go into that part, just know I told him good luck with the server. He said, "Oh, thanks." His server's uploaded to PMC, and I just told him good luck. He said thanks. I believe I said in P, which is no problem. Then I PvP'd the Green Lantern, and this was uploaded on January 3rd. So this was a while back. And after this was shortly before I PvP Green Lantern, that's what I'm trying to say. And I recorded that PvP and it's uploaded, and it was uploaded on January 3rd. And it was recorded on January 1st. So this was a while back. We didn't have any sort of conversation. I simply said good luck. He said thanks. And it pretty much closed off from there. The reason why I mentioned the PvP with Green Lantern, his username was the new Vampa9. The reason I mentioned that is because I want to give you an idea of how long ago this was. So, the next day, he tells Nudeli, Spy told me good luck on my server, and I asked him how. This is where things get trippy. He says that he asked me how did I find out, and he lied to Nudeli and said that I used her name, and stated that I told him that Nudeli told me all about the server. This is a flat out lie. I don't know. I don't know his benefits here. What's the point in lying about me giving information like that? Like I said before, your server's uploaded to PMC. And from there, Nudeli says what he didn't know was that they recently added screen sharing to Discord. And Nudeli and I were talking in the call about some plugins that she was making. And so Nudeli knows for a fact that I had my screen shared and that we didn't have any sort of conversation. So Nudeli said, "That's not true. That's not true at all. I'm not believing that, sorry." She didn't talk hostile or anything, but Jay just assumed, "Are you calling me a liar? You weren't there, so how would you know?" Nudeli kept saying, "Hey, that's not the only way." Basically, JaySpark did not know that Nudeli was in a call with me looking at my screen. Therefore, he just started assuming things from there. But remember, Nudeli said in the message before that he assumed things a lot, but she would get called out if she assumed things. There is something wrong with this person. This person, Nudeli, is speaking the 100% truth in this message. I'm not bashing him or anything. I'm using the evidence I have and breaking it down. He is manipulative when you have a conversation with him. He is huge with exaggeration, etc. Go back to the screenshot at the beginning of the video that I read out. It's 100%. This person keeps bashing me. This person keeps disrespecting Nudeli. And this person is manipulating people. He's one of the reasons why it's true. I don't have one of the good reputations. And it's partially his fault because he is what he is who he is. He's JaySpark, a manipulative person who exaggerates and tells lies. And I have full permission from Nudeli to put this screenshot down. So, Nudeli was going to explain herself, so that way he would understand why she knew for a fact that he was telling a lie. He said, and I quote, and this is one of the screenshots, "Do it tomorrow." Because he basically said that if you say it today, it will be bullcrap. He didn't say bullcrap. He said something stronger than that. Because it will be. He basically said because if you explain yourself today, it will be bullcrap, and then I'll have to ban you, and I don't want to do that. And that's another thing. Not only will he call you out and back off when you defend yourself, he will either back off or threaten to ban you or block you. So Nudeli couldn't take that, and I don't blame her. He started talking stronger and stronger, and Nudeli just was sitting back, wasn't trying anything. Nudeli was simply trying to remain calm. But then she said, "Will it be bullshit? Or something you simply refuse to accept, therefore consider it a lie? Like everything else, right?" So then Spark snapped and said, "Shut the F up, you naive piece of shit. You weren't there, so your point is an opinion. I was there, so what I say is fact. Shut the F up if you think otherwise. You're banned and blocked by." So there you have it, folks. If you can defend yourself against JaySpark, he can't take it. But he has the nerve to make you feel stupid. He has the nerve to accuse you of things that he won't allow himself to be accused of. Maybe at this point, maybe I am bashing him. But this person has no right to put me on the spot in the Minecraft roleplay community. This person is... This person puts evil butterflies in my stomach. Like, really? You disrespected her for defending herself, basically. Let alone disrespecting a female like that. I can't say no more because I'm literally starting to de-peace because of this. The bottom line is that this person wants to be very big on his opinion, but in this video, it clearly proves that he has no right to be that way. I'll see you guys next week.